play style. So what is your play style? What kind of player are you?
I personally am super defensive, passive, reactive. I love to see what my opponent's doing and just counter it. I never want to be the guy. This is just me personally. I never want to be the guy who's putting all of my cards on the table and just being like, deal with me or don't. Like, I'm not the guy who brings three knights to the table and just say, this is raw power. Can you kill it? I'm the guy who's bringing a battle force and it's like, all right, I can use this melt a gun over here in this tac squad to make this like 11-step plan combo thing work or something like that.
Okay.
That's my style.
So what kind of player do you learn best from?
That's a great question. So if someone, and then Richard Siegler is an amazing example. I now live with him down here in Florida, but so we get to play all the time, and this is two top level players. So we get a lot out of it. He does my style almost identically to the way I do it. So it's almost like fighting a mirror of yourself,
Right.
which I find super interesting because it's not literally myself. So
Yeah.
it's not rigged anyway. It's not biased, and he might do something I don't see coming.
Right.
But it's very much it's like fighting yourself in the mirror. It's very interesting because everything you do is he's also doing, and vice versa. So you have to figure out a way to break the mold to get an advantage there. And then the opposite style, which is my other roommate Mark Perry, who also lives here down in Florida with me. We're both all Art of War coaches. He is the entire opposite. He plays all in, all aggro. And I'm not saying he plays three knights, just here's all my cards on the table. But whereas I'm perfectly comfortable sitting in the back 6 inches of my deployment zone, hiding in a corner for a lot of the game. Mark is perfectly comfortable blitzing you with his entire army, like Rhino Rush or just deep striking drop pods in your face or whatever have you. He's just blitzing you. And that's like solving a puzzle to me. Like, how do I handle the 28 threats in my face all at once? So both extremities, I think, is where I learn the most.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any type of players than the obvious two that you mentioned? Would you say, or is that basically it? You're one or the
No,
other.
there's other players. Like, there's a lot of great players in 40K, and I could lose to any one of them given the day. It's going to come down to who makes a couple die rolls here or whom didn't understand this interaction. They're very high level, minute stuff, but like that's what it's going to come down to. And it'll be like a 20 to 19 point game when someone just wins by one. Sean Naden plays a very similar style to Mark Perry where it's just janky rules and aggro assault stuff. Brad Chester is one of my buddies on Art of War, and he's been one of my friends on the ETC Team America forever. He plays just like a very solid game plan. I don't know how to describe it. Just like everything you're supposed to do, he won't miss a beat. He's just going to execute like a freaking computer.
Hmm.
Manny Chima over across the pond, for those of you who heard of him from Glasshammer Gaming, is one of my former teammates on Team England when I played for them. He just writes the most efficient as possible. Like, he's the guy who's just like, math says this is good, take 2,000 points of it, kill you. And it's like, yeah, well, a calculator might arrive to that conclusion where that's the best possible thing.
Yeah.
It's my job to figure out the weaknesses on the actual table and outplay you as a person. So there's a lot of different styles to play 40K with.